What's up, y'all? This is Admaster 9000 in the house, and yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. I was inactive for like nearly a year. I know, I haven't posted for that long, so you'll probably forgot about me, but at least you had a couple of our videos, right? Unless they're copyright. I haven't checked if they're copyright yet. One of them was quite a while back, so who knows what happened to our videos, but anyway, I just wanted to say, first off, before I start reviewing anything, I just want to say, if you're watching this, please get more people to subscribe to my channel. I love the support, and get more viewers as well. Get your friends, tell them all about my awesome channel if they love anime. I mean, seriously, don't leave them hanging. I mean, don't leave me hanging. More likely because I'm the guy who needs the views and subscribers in order for my work to actually be valuable as a reviewer and reviewer. So, um, anyway, um, the anime I'm going to be reviewing today is Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu Season 2. Not Season 1, Season 2. So, if you're anticipating a Season 1 review right now, which you shouldn't be, by the way, because the title of this video was Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu, so Season 2 set should have been a little bit of precursor for what I'm going to be reviewing. But either way, if you actually didn't take time to like read the title of this video, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, just know I'm reviewing Season 2, not Season 1. If you didn't watch Season 1, go watch Season 1 first before trying to watch this video, because this video focuses on Season 2, not Season 1. So, uh, so I'm pretty sure all of you who have watched Season 1 of Shouwa Rakugo Shinjuu, you'll probably know the entire scheme of things. You already know, like, about, the Urikite family, Urikite, um, gosh, I keep on, it's so hard to, like, separate their names, like, Urikite, um, Urikite, what's his last name? I don't know, it's so hard to remember. Urikite Kikuhiko, I think? And then there's another Urikite, that's Yakuma. Uh, Whatever, you probably know who I'm talking about. It's the old guy in the anime. It's the old guy who's like the king of Rakugo, who mentors the protege. Yotar, that's an easy name to remember, by the way. I mean, yeah. So, Season 2, I've only watched a couple of episodes of Season 2, so this isn't a full-on review of the entire season. It's just gonna be like a review for a couple of episodes. I've seen like 2 episodes up until now. And I also have to say I'm kind of impressed with what I've seen thus far. I mean, I think uh, this season I'm going to like more than I liked Season 1, because, I mean, I thought Season 1 was way too slow-paced. I mean, you would agree with me, right? Like, I mean, the entire Season 1 takes place on one single night, for one. It's like 13 episodes long, too, but Season 2 is where the actual story starts. So yeah, I think it's faster paced. That's one reason why I really like Season 2 so far. And I also like seeing the main character actually do stuff rather than sit around and listen to an old guy say stories about his past. Like, I mean, I know the purpose of that in Season 1 is to actually just set an exposition for, like, the main character to unravel on his Rakugo journey, but, like, still. I mean, it was so dang long, the story. Like, the entire thing was so long, flashbacks and stuff like that. Uh, so Season 2, I think it's still as charming as Season 1. I like Season 1 at its charming moments. Season 2 also has its charming moments. But then again, it also has some grotesque moments at the same time. Uh, I like I like a mix of both, because I think it really adds, like, life. I don't want to say life, but adds fruition to, like, the entire theme of the anime. Like, I think in my opinion, the entire theme of season 2, from what I've seen so far, is that, I mean, from what I've seen, season 2 just focuses on Yotaro. He becomes the new, like, Rakugo king, and then meanwhile, Yurikite Kikuiko, he goes on to become the president of the Rakugo Association. So that's the entirety of what I've seen from season 2 so far. And then also focuses on how Yotaro, I'm just gonna keep calling him Yotaro because he becomes Yakumo, Yurikite Yakumo, because he's promoted to like a new Rakugo position, but still, I'm just gonna call him Yotaro because that was his original name. Um, I think Yotaro, the thing about him is that, like, in this season, I think what happens is he finally sees how Rakugo has been devolution for quite a while, because this finally in the present, it's not in like World War II anymore. Season 2 takes place in the actual present time. So I think he sees like the devolution of Rakugo in this season, and he tries to deal with it. He still does Rakugo for a living, obviously, but he also has the other challenge of helping his wife out. He marries the daughter of Yurikite Kikuiko in season 1, at the end of season 1, I think. I don't know if he marries her, but they have a child. I know that for sure. And yeah, I think it was them who had a child. I can't fully remember all of what happened in season 1 because it's just so long. But um, yeah, that's another thing for Yotaro. He tries to take care of his wife now. I'm just gonna call her his wife, the daughter of Yurikite Kikuiko, because honestly, what else can you call them both? They're basically a couple. Yeah. So the other thing is, he's also, as you probably remember, at the beginning of season 1, the Yotaro is he's released from jail because he was a former gang member. And unfortunately, a magazine creates a story headline about his gang life, his former gang life. And they make an entire show about it, and Yotaro is deemed as this criminal almost, and people start to lose sight of his Rakugo and start to focus more on his past life, like his audience, his primary Rakugo audience that he always performs in front of, starts to all of a sudden shift more towards his past life rather than his Rakugo. That's another thing about season 2 from what I've seen so far. And I mean, so far, it looks like it has a lot of potential season 2, because I mean, I think it is where the actual story begins. So like, I mean, from what I've seen so far, it looks like Yotaro is growing. He's growing up to be an adult. He's already adult, but he's just growing to be the master of Rakugo and take like Yurikite Kikuiko's place. And then Yurikite Kikuiko, he becomes president of the Rakugo Association, but he also becomes like pretty old. In season 2, like, his age starts to show a lot. In season 2, from what I've seen so far, so I think I'm not about to say he has trouble emphasizing with modern times, because he doesn't. It's just that, like, he falls out of picture in season 2 because he just has a far smaller part. I mean, he's a secondary character in season 2. I mean, Yotaro is the primary character because this entire story is based out around Yotaro, technically. It's just that, like, I think season 2, it has somewhat connection to season 1 because of Yurikite Kikuiko's past story with Yakumo, like that, um like when Yurikite Kikuiko was a teen and he was hanging out with Yakumo, the other Rakugo guy in the anime. I think season 2, I don't think has a lot of connection to that whatsoever. So Yurikite Kikuiko falls off stance, like he falls out of attention in season 2. You don't really see him that much. Or at least you see him, but he's just not a primary character anymore, if you know what I mean. And I think Yotaro's wife, Yorikite Kikuiko's daughter, she becomes a little more primary because she has a hard time taking care of her and Yotaro's child alone, because Yotaro is like performing elsewhere and she has to take care of a child alone. She struggles with taking care of her child and also taking care of her father, who is becoming older by the episode. So that's what I've seen so far from season 2. And the other thing is that there's also this other character appears. He's like this interview guy who loved watching Rakugo as like, he's like this journalist who loves Rakugo. He appears in season 2, and apparently he hangs out with Yotaro like after each of his performances. So like, I think, yeah, he might also have some of a role. This journalist guy, I don't even know his name yet. Like, I don't even think they revealed his name yet. I just saw him appear a lot in episode 1, episode 2. But besides that, I don't know what role he's going to play in this anime. I think he knows Yorikite Kikuiko pretty well, and Yorikite Kikuiko, he also knows the journalist somewhat, I think. They share a moment in episode 2, from what I'm able to remember. And yeah. So that's the entirety of season 2 from what I've seen so far. I think it has a lot of potential. I like the overall anime and how it's being set up right now. The plot, it's really nice. They're finally starting to unravel the plot episode by episode. It's not just about the backstory anymore, it's about the plot now. It's like you had Clannad, like Clannad season 1, then you had Clannad season 2, which basically builds on the backstory from Clannad season 1. Clannad season 2 is the actual plot. I think Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu season 2 is going to be like Clannad season 2, in that it actually has a plot. And I think, really, I like seeing how the main character Yotaro is transforming each episode, because he becomes more mature from what I'm able to see, and he starts to realize some struggles of being a famous Rakugo artist, because he's also a former criminal at the same time, so he understands some struggles with that. I think that's a very fascinating component, or will be a very fascinating component of season 2. I also think that just seeing him grow overall in season 2 is what I think this will be about. From what I've seen so far, it's definitely from a growing perspective that we're going to watch Yotaro. For the entirety of season 2, we're going to watch him mature into it as an adult, because he was pretty immature once he was released from jail, but I think he's transforming for the better. And we're also going to see his relationship develop with Yorikite Kikuiko's wife. I know that for sure. That plays a primary role in season 2 as well. And we might even see some dark past from Yorikite Kikuiko's teenage life. So yeah, season 2 seems to be pretty fascinating. The entire story is finally taken off. The characters, there's still a lot of character development, not as much as in season 1, but you can definitely see a lot of character development still going on in season 2. It's just that since there's also the plot, you have to balance out both in this season. So yeah. Besides that, what else do I want to say? Well, I think that's pretty much just about it. I think it's just about it. Just go and watch season 2. I'm still watching it right now. I've only finished a couple of episodes. I'm going to finish the rest of the season up, so I can actually create a full-on review for Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu Season 2, but until then, I'm going to create more anime reviews each day during the summer, I think. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to actually do an anime review for My Neighbor Totoro, which should be pretty exciting for Studio Ghibli fans. So yeah, if you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, come watch my review of My Neighbor Totoro tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, in short, this anime. Wonderful plot, charming but grotesque.